When we first ventured into the Mist, we were just a bunch of friends who wanted to stream an RPG that we loved on the internet. What we didn't expect was the impact it would have on lives, including our own. To the earliest viewers who we kept company during COVID, who battled alongside us over Zoom, who supported us and built an online community that thrived. To the Smith Guardians who shaped the story through Discord, who volunteered their time to run encounters in our world. To those that celebrated with us and also mourned with us when we lost members of our community. To the companies that supported us along the way with product and through sponsorship. To those who still adventure with us online at stores, at conventions, in castles and jungles, and even cruise ships. Thank you. We wouldn't be here without you. Most of you probably came here because you've watched all, or at least some, I know it's a lot, of the Into the Mist series on YouTube and heard that we're trying to produce our final Season 6. If that's the case, you're absolutely correct. The funds from this Kickstarter will go to paying our cast and crew to bring completion to a 5-year storyline that has gotten millions of views and you've watched for nearly 1 million hours, which still blows my mind. We want to end this series the way it started. Friends around a table rolling dice. In order to do that, we need a place to film. I'm sitting here in what appears to be a space packed with junk, but really, with your help, it's the future of RealmSmith. So, part of the funding goal is to renovate the space into the next RealmSmith HQ, our very own studio again. It's mostly there, it's got electricity and heating, although it's not on right now. All it needs now are some walls, paint, a little soundproofing, and some set dressing, and we're off to Barovia once again. Thankfully, we're a handy bunch, so all we really need is supplies and a good dose of elbow grease from our team. As much as Season 6 is the main focus of this campaign, with your help, we can build a foundation for us to create content for years to come. We have all the equipment. All we're missing is a new permanent home, something we haven't had in a while. Upon successful funding of the campaign, we plan to immediately start the renovations, which will give us 2 months of lead time before we start filming Season 6 in May 2025. We assume renovations will take about 3 to 4 weeks to complete. Then, the plan is to edit and fulfill all rewards by the weekly release of Season 6 starting Monday, August 11th, 2025, leading to a Halloween finale on Monday, October 27th, 2025. If we hit the stretch goal for 4 additional episodes, that would push launch of the season forward 4 weeks to July 14th. Now, I know the question many of you are probably asking is, why Kickstarter now after 5 years of the show? The honest to strawed answer is, we need you. The TTRPG content creation space is vastly different from when we started 5 years ago. And although we have incredible sponsors like Hero Forge and Beetle and Grimm's and Ultimate Game Master joining us for one last dance, we still need your help to get over the finish line. We're turning to you, the community. Those that care the most about our beloved Dawmbringers and want to see this story come to a much-deserved conclusion. Thank you all so very much. And for one last time, come help us venture back into the mist. Hey everyone, how is it going? Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. We've been toiling a lot and carefully and strategically and creatively to put that video together, and hopefully it is informative. Hopefully it kind of lets you know what we are planning moving forward. Very, very excited about Season 6 of Into the Mist. It has been a long time coming. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat, of course. Hey, Joe. Hey, Heather. Heather says she's been, I think, they've been binging all of the seasons this year. It's a lot to get through. Thank you for doing so. You'll be ready for Season 6. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Leaf. Of course. Hey, Jacoby. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Vanessa. Good to see you. And I'll see you in about an hour in our online game. Um, yeah, it has been a whirlwind. I was in the jungle last week in Peru. We did RPG in a jungle, and it was fantastic with a fantastic group of folks. And it was an incredible adventure. If you want to see pictures and footage from that time, um, you can head to our socials, RealmSmith TV, to check out all the pictures. But man, it was incredible, and I thank the whole team out there at Tierra Medica and the folks who put this together because it was unbelievable. And if there's any kind of extreme D&D adventure experience that you're looking for, that is definitely one to consider. It is fantastic. And so hello to everybody out there. As far as housekeeping goes, it was said all in the video there, including deadlines and start dates and timelines and all of that wonderful stuff. And so what we're going to do is we are going to go through the campaign page for Kickstarter. I am going to show you all a sneak peek. And for those, I think it was Joe, if this is the first time watching the stream, it's going to be a lot to take in. Our Kickstarter is going to launch tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., everyone. That is the first time you've heard that, I think. Maybe I said it in the socials earlier today. But at 9 a.m., it's going to launch. We are looking to create the 6th season of Into the Mist, and we need the community's help to do so. And everyone has been super supportive up to this point already. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do is we're just going to jump right in. Hey, Paul. Good to see you. I think we're going to jump right in. What do you think? As we're going through, if you have any questions, just you can interrupt me with question all caps, and then your question in the chat, and I will answer it as we go. I will continue going unless I see questions, and then we can kind of go from there. Makes sense? Makes sense? Okay, okay. Here we go. This is the first time anybody is seeing the actual campaign page. Here we go. All right. You guys saw the story video that has been posted. Like I said, it's a 14-day campaign. And so we have 2 weeks. We thought because it's a community, a very succinct sort of community, we thought it was best to just make it a nice, short and sweet 2-week campaign. Although we do have early pledges available as well for those that don't get in there in time and want to still back for a time after the campaign. This goes through, of course, what is Into the Mist. We talk about the fact that it's been 5 years, not 4 years. That is a typo that Adam reminded me of. I'm going to have to change that tonight. But just gives you some stats on Into the Mist and what we've done here. We've been just over 5 years, 5 seasons, 74 episodes, 392 hours recorded, 1.7 million views, and 990 plus hours watched. And I just am staggered still by those numbers. We thank the entire community for supporting us the way that you have. Throughout the series, of course, we've been in Curse of Strahd, which is a D&D 5e campaign, or a classic D&D campaign, of course, and continues to be into the future. And this is our last season in that campaign setting. We thank the community, of course, for, like I did in the video, for all of the support over the last 5 years of the show. And then we talk about core cast. Our intent for this season is to get back to basics. Get back to the core of what we did when we started this, which was friends around a table, in person, rolling dice. Our intention is to get back there. Our intention is to bring back the original cast of Sterling, played by Brandon, Falfer, played by Joel, Dimitri, played by Adam, Travas, played by Dave, and, of course, Callie, played by Melanie, and myself as the Dungeon Master. That is where we're starting. That is what is included in our funding goal, and we're excited to get back to core cast and all of that wonderful stuff. Of course, additional cast, we have lots of friends who have been on the stream before. We're still working all that out, but bottom line is we have some stretch goals to add additional cast, and some of those include Matthew Lillard and other folks, as well as a new character played by Christian Navarro, who wants to be involved. But it costs extra, and there is an elevated cost of bringing folks from out of town. And so we want to stick to the everyone around a table feeling, experience. And so we're very excited to jump back to the table and do that all in person. We do have 3 sponsors joining us this year for this season: Beetle and Grimm, Hero Forge, and Ultimate Game Master. We thank them for their support, but we do need the community's help to take us over the line. We have a bit of a breakdown on how funds will be used. 55% of the funds will go directly to production costs. That's paying the cast and the crew. 20% will go to studio renovations, which I spoke about in the video, where we're turning a space that we have into a functional studio so that we can create many more seasons of content to come. And then, of course, all of the sort of boring platform fees and operational costs and campaign reward costs, of course, for you folks to make sure that we fulfill and all of that. What I will say is that we've kept the rewards intentionally small and affordable and cost effective in order to maximize the funds that we're using to actually create the content that we've promised to create. So together with studio renovations and the production, we're looking at 75% of our funding goal will go towards the actual creation of season 6. And of course, for those of you who haven't watched, we have all the updates. We have 5 in all leading up to this, and also a link to the series if you want to binge it prior to July or August, depending on stretch goals, which we're going to talk about soon. We've gone through pledge levels before. They've changed slightly since we released them last time, and we went through them, but I'll go through them quick. At $25 is the Mischief tier. You're going to get the theme download. We're actually working on a pack of all of the different variations of the theme. People have been asking that for a long time. And you get access to the post-show called Aftermath, where me and some of the cast will get on in a private stream to discuss the episode after the fact. The Courage tier is, of course, the Dimitri tier. That is a $50 tier. You will get your name in the list of backers that appears in the pre-roll for each episode through the season. And, of course, all of the above awards, including the theme and Aftermath access. Hope, with our precious dear Sterling, that's 100. You will get an exclusive 11 by 17. It's grown. It was going to be an 8 by 10. We've upped it to an 11 by 17. Premium, art print, and all above awards. This one will not be signed. Will just be a print. Then we have the Loyalty tier for $250, which you get a signed and numbered exclusive 18 by 24 inch poster. And that is a signed poster, and we will send that to you hard copy for $250, and that is an 18 by 24 poster. Of course, the art here is still placeholder, as it isn't final, but I did redo the poster slightly. Fellowship tier is $500. You become a Dawnbringer. I will illustrate your character, and you will be added to the poster with the Dawnbringers, and it will be signed and numbered. And that is an 18 by 24 inch poster, and you get all the above awards as well. Super cool. I just love the fact that it's the Travas tier. Him wanting to be a Dawnbringer and being a big fanboy of the Dawnbringers made a lot of sense for us to make that tier the Travas tier. The Devotion tier, you get to play in an online one-shot run by me and alongside one of the cast members, and all above rewards. I keep saying awards. Rewards. The Endurance tier is the Godfrey tier. You and the guests get to join live in studio in Ontario, Canada for the live finale plus wrap party. And so that will be at a venue somewhere in our hometown, in our area, that will be accessible. And of course, hotel and accommodations and flights aren't included in that cost. But you get 2 tickets to that and the wrap party plus all the above rewards. We get up to $1,500, which is the Aster tier, of course. Destiny, where you will play in a private online one-shot for you and up to 6 of your friends. This is my ability to run a game for you and your home group, your home party, and you get some of the tiers above. And this is where it gets a little weird because you do not get the tickets included in that, because the cost of that and 6 people is more or less about what I charge for an online private session. And so that, again, is my time, but most of that fundage goes towards funding the season. At the $2,000 level, it's the Tenacity tier. Of course, that's our dear Callie. This is designed for small businesses. And so if you're a small business owner and you want to, you have a marketing budget and you want to, push your company name and get it out there, especially if you're in your space or you're on an online store and you want to support the stream through your business, you're able to do that. We will put your company logo displayed in the studio behind the cast throughout season 6, and that is limited to 6, I believe, backers. Is it 6 backers? I think it's limited to 6. Yeah, 6 of 6. And then finally, the big one, 2,500, gets you an opportunity to play in an episode in studio in Ontario, Canada, with me and the cast. You will be on camera forever on YouTube playing in the last episode of Into the Mist. This is our way kind of to give back and allow our community to become a part of it as well, with your contributions, of course, to make the show and the series happen. This also includes the tickets, of course, to the show and the wrap party, but does not include the one-shot with for your friends and the company logo. Now, you guys have seen most of that. A lot of that isn't new to you. What you haven't seen is the stretch goals. We've talked about them a little bit. We brainstormed them a little bit last week. But first stretch goal is going to be getting Christian Navarro, known for 13 Reasons Why, known for his role on Critical Role. He is very excited to join us, and of course with the elevated cost of flying him in and all of that kind of stuff from LA, he will be unlocked at 15,000. We have Dawnbringer digital NPC cards, which basically will allow me to send you folks a PDF of all of the stats for our Dawnbringers, so you can include them in your home game if you want as NPCs. At 25,000, we'll release all episodes as podcasts. This is long overdue. It is something that we need to do, and if we hit that stretch goal, we will absolutely do that, including season 6. At 30K, we will add 4 additional episodes, so the season will go from 12 episodes to 16 episodes, and we'll release on July, I think it's 14th, rather than August 11th, a month early. Then, at 35,000, we have a mystery guest. Woo! That will be revealed, and when that's unlocked. At 40K, we'll get the chance, of course, to do something that's close to our hearts, which is come back and finish the series finale of Sentinels of the Storm. That was a live stream that we didn't finish after our dear Todd left us from our cast. And so, in his memory, we would love to be able to get there and do one last episode of Sentinels of the Storm, as we had only one left in the season and never got to it. Finally, at 50,000, we get season 1 of a new campaign. We've been working on it. We're excited to do another campaign, and that will be released and announced if we hit that stretch goal, and of course funded at that goal. And then we have more to come, hidden by the mists, to be revealed later. Then finally, all the shipping stuff. These are the shipping rates in USD. We're shipping from Canada, so a lot of this that you've seen on here is USD. These are all US costs, but of course on the right, those are Canadian costs. That's why they don't quite add up. So those folks who are in other countries will be able to see it in their own currency. And all of this shipping includes taxes, VAT, and duties to all of the world. And so that is our campaign page. We are super excited. It is launching, like I said, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, and cannot wait for folks to jump in and be able to support and us get this season underway. I didn't see any questions during the presentation of the page. If anyone has questions now, please ask them by putting question in capital letters and then asking our question after that, and we can do that. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be about the Kickstarter. It can be about season 6. It could be about the future of RealmSmith. It could be about anything. D&D. I did see a question from Joe. It says, "Is D&D hard to learn to play?" And I know Heather said, "Do you mean conceptually or in terms of mechanics?" And Joe said both. What I will say is, as a DM, there is definitely a learning curve. I learned how to play D&D through osmosis from watching Critical Role. Some folks who maybe watched our show learn a lot of the rules that way. I am not. I have a hard time learning rules from reading, and so watching episodes after episodes and hundreds of hours of Critical Role just taught me how to play D&D really. And then over years of actually running it, I was able to learn more and then be able to run it on my own. I will say that it is a lot easier to learn how to play D&D when you have a GM that or a DM that knows how to play, who understands the mechanics, who is a good DM and can teach. And I can actually have somebody who's never played before, give them a character sheet, and then they just jump in. The beautiful thing about D&D is that I prefer my players to just tell me what they're going to do, and then me tell them what they want to roll or what they need to roll. And so, as long as you know your character sheet, or even if you don't, you jump in, you have a pre-gen, I'm able to say, well, there's a skill in that sheet, roll me that skill. But bottom line is jumping right in and being able to kind of like dig in and decide what your character would do in a situation is probably the hardest, which is actually a lot of fun. And that's the fun and the kind of the core thing about D&D that is so wonderful about it. So again, loaded question, maybe a loaded answer, but I think it's one of the easier RPGs to pick up, especially 5e and 2024. It is very streamlined and quite easy to pick up. Will Grigori come back? Paul, great question. I would love Grigori to come back. I will have a conversation with Brandon. We've been talking and considering charity stuff this season and to maybe get back to that for the kids. And I think that we probably will do that. And so that is something that is definitely in the works, and we'd love to get back to, if possible, along with Extra Life. Jacoby asked a question: what are you losing sleep over right now, and what are you the most excited about in the new campaign for ITM? Woo! Jacoby with the hardcore questions. I love it. What are you? I'm losing sleep over this campaign. I am so excited. I have lots of folks who have said, "Yeah, we're there. What time does it launch?" I'm moving meetings. I'm excited, but you just never know. We launched a campaign with another company that I'm part of, Ultimate Game Master, and it was, greatly successful and all that kind of stuff. But we had ads going, and we kind of understood what we'd make, and we had goals and so on. With this sort of campaign, we didn't run any ads. This is for the community. This is for you folks. And we built it because folks have been asking us for Season 6 for a long time. And I have no idea how it's going to do. And I'm very excited to do Season 6. So what I'm losing sleep over, Jacoby, is not knowing how this is going to do, but very excited at the future of of Into the Mist. So that's what I'm losing sleep over. What I'm looking forward to the most in Season 6, or in the new campaign. Are you talking about the new campaign or the new season? Clarify. Hey, Kella. Good to see you, Kella. I'll wait for the answer from Jacoby. I think he means, I don't know if, well, I'll answer both. In the new season, I'm excited to close out a bunch of storylines that we've been building over 5 seasons. It's been epic. There's been some amazing moments and character development and building, and I cannot wait to have that all come to a head, to bring that back and to get to that climactic end to a labor of love over the last 5 seasons. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And I'll even talk about the new campaign. I have some ideas. I'm excited to get a fresh start. I'm excited to post Season 1, Episode 1. We've been talking about maybe bringing the Dawnbringers back for the tail end. So if they survive Season 6, But they still have 10 episodes, so maybe we make new characters. I'm not too sure, but I'm super excited to just get a fresh start, something new, something creative, and do something new. All right. Heather, I get that this is Barovia, but any chance of at least a bittersweet ending or maybe better? Heather, what I will say is no spoiler warnings. I can't spoil anything, but I will say that the Dawnbringers came to Barovia to bring hope and light, and they are going to fight really hard to do that. And as the DM, I am going to make that as cinematic as possible. I'm excited for the end of the campaign and to see what they're able to accomplish this season. All right. And yeah, Kella is going through and rewatching. Kella's one of our biggest supporters. She has been to many events and many cruises and played at my table many times in person. Yes, I'd love to have Grigori back, and she is rewatching it now, and I've actually asked her to dog ear moments so that we can create some reels and some clips and some TikToks and things to release, which we're really excited about. Kelly, you missed a little bit of the campaign preview, and so you'll have to go back and watch that. I have an online game in half an hour that I have to prepare for. It's my Monday night group. I have actually been considering launching a Thursday night game, and my Wednesday night game is now full. Monday is full as well, and Wednesday took a little longer to fill, so I want to run a Thursday game, but I want to hear from the community if folks would be interested. So that is a weekly campaign online, and it's a lot of fun, and the groups are all playing in Barovia at the same time, in real time with the season, so leading up to season 6. The things that they do will affect the season, and they also have offline time on the Discord, role-playing as their groups. It's a heck of a lot of fun. But it's all good. I am very excited. If you're interested, jump in. And it would be great to have you folks. Let me know if Thursday night is an option for everyone, or for anyone who's interested. It's $50 a week per session, and it is a heck of a good time. New players are absolutely allowed. I love new players. It's my favorite thing. And so, Joe, if you're interested, let me know, and I will post it on startplaying.games. You can follow my account there. And when that launches, you'll probably be notified if you are. And we will also be posting them online. And I know, Logan, you've been looking for a one-shot. As soon as this Kickstarter is off to the races, I'm going to be running some one-shots with some special guests. And so I will absolutely let you know as soon as that happens. And Kella, I'm sorry, not that I forgot. I was so busy building the Kickstarter and getting it ready for launch that I forgot to post that we were doing this. And so thank you everyone thank you to everyone who's here, because nobody knew that I was going live tonight, because I didn't have an event set. So Savage Jenner says, are you playing with the new rules or the old? We haven't finalized that yet. I think it's going to be primarily 2014, but I think we'll start the transition to 2024, and maybe even use some of the new 2024 rules and classes and things like that. I think it's going to be a hybrid, but then the new campaign that we do eventually after Season 6 will probably be in the 2024 rules. And that's what we're doing on our online game right now. We're playing 2024, and we're kind of learning together, because a bunch has changed, and we want to make sure that it's a fairly smooth experience. All right, y'all, that was 30 minutes. I'm excited. We will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for the launch of our Kickstarter. I have both fingers, hands, and toes all crossed. And yes, Joe, it's a wild ride. It's 5 seasons. It's a lot of content, but I love these folks so much. I love our cast and our crew and all of our special guests and our sponsors. We've had such a wonderful time, and I'm just very excited. Very, very, very excited. I love you all. Much love. And without further ado, help us venture back into the mists. We'll see you in Kickstarter tomorrow morning. Bye, y'all.